All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Monday, which is quite a challenging day for all of us. And today we'll be talking about a challenge, which is ACM-ICPC. I'm pretty sure many of you might have heard about it. So before starting, am I audible? Can I get a yes in the comments? All right. Hola. People have joined from different countries as well, I believe, right? All right. Hello from Nepal. Hello, Irshad. All right, I am audible. Monday is very hectic. Yep, it is. Without a doubt. All right. So before starting, I would just like to ask you one question. So, do you know which was the first Indian university which made it to ICPC finals? Has anybody got any idea? Uh, all right, I don't think anybody has any idea about this, which is quite shocking. This is a fun trivia which I have found out today. Any idea about the first university which made it to ICPC finals? First Indian university I'm talking about. No. All right. It was IIT Kanpur, and I think they went. Uh, yeah, for the 1999 to 2001. So it's quite a long time. So IIT Kanpur was the first university to go to ACPC, ACM ICPC finals. All right. So can I get? All right. I can see some comments. No, it was IIT Kanpur. Yeah. All right. Okay. Can you also mention in the comments where are you guys joining from? Which university and what exactly are you pursuing right now? So that we can have some insight on what you guys are currently studying. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, exactly. Please don't spam whoever you are. All right. So now I can see the comments. BTech Electronics Engineering from MNNIT, CSE from GU, Chandigarh University. Great. BTech from NIT, Manipal University, Jaipur, Bit Bangalore. All right, great. So again, guys, I thank you all again for joining this session. And trust me, it's gonna be super insightful, and we have a great guest today. So let's bring him in, right? All right. Okay, Shashank. Hey man, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It must be a hectic day for you as well, right?
Yeah, it was Monday.
All right. Okay. So I think people are ready to see what Shashank has brought for us. So before anything, let's start with what is ICPC and why is there so much fuzz about it? Like, what exactly is ICPC? How does it go?
So ICPC is like a competitive, like algorithmic contest, programming contest where people like it has many levels of it. Like first of all, it starts off with the online round, and then people go for their respective country regionals round, and then they go for like their continent. Like this time, it was introduced Asia finals, Asia West finals, and then World finals is there. So there are basically 3 to 4 stages are there ongoing, like going through this whole contest. And now, like, why ICPC has so much of like hype, or like why it is
Hmm.
so prestigious. So basically, like ACM-ICPC, as we all know, like it is considered just as the Olympics of programming contest in the field of competitive programming. It's the Olympics. So like
Yeah.
by this word only we can like purely relate how big it is.
Yes, it is quite big. And I think just before we start, is Shashank audible? Can I get a yes in the comments? If we both are audible. All right. Can I get a yes in the comments if we both are audible? All right. All right. I have. All right. We both are audible, Shashank. Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
yes, so it is the Olympiad of competitive programming for sure. And let's start about your journey. Like you have been into ACM ICPC. How does it go, and what was your experience like?
So like I started giving for the ACM ICPC right from my second year, but it's like it's a team contest basically. So first of all, uh, being strong individually, it is more important to have a good coordination with the team. So like in the second year, we were not very serious about it. So we gave it, and we were like we had one more team in our college who solved the same number of problems, but they solved it earlier to us, so they were like bit high, like bit lower to us. So they went for the regionals that time. So we were not able to qualify for the regionals. And then for the third year, like we all were fully prepared this time. Like we will be able to crack the online round this time. But what happened is we lacked the practice of team contest, and we totally messed it around that online round. Like it happens sometimes. Like you take it as a big day and you mess all the things around it on that day. So
Yeah,
that was one of the time. Uh, like we matched it in my third year, and like we were really disheartened. Like we have only 1 year left for making for the regionals. So again in the fourth year, this time we were not very serious. Like because placements and everything are going on fourth year, so we were not in that great touch of competitive rounding. But we thought like, okay, let's give a last try. And the third time in my fourth year, I qualified for the regionals at Amrita Puri site. So yeah, that was a long try, but at the end we made it.
all right. That was a fun journey. By the way, I can see some comments about queries. Guys, I've attached the query form in the description. You guys can fill the queries, and at the end of session, we'll be discussing those. All right. So you made it, but you did made it finally, right? So
Yeah,
kudos to that, firstly. Okay.
thanks.
So, like, how does the whole structure goes? Like, how is the like, what is the ranking structure, the decision criteria, the eligibility criteria, the participation? Can you just give me, can you just shed some light on that as well?
Yeah, sure. So basically, the first thing is you have to register your team at the Baylor site. Like ICPC has their Baylor site, so you have to go over there, and you, as a participant, cannot make a team. You have to choose a coach in your college. There might be any faculty in your college, so you have to choose a coach, and they will make their Baylor site account as a coach, and then they will form a team. So basically, you represent your college over there. As a team, you are representing your college, so you form a team, and you can decide like at most in two regionals you can give it. Not more than two regionals you can register for the same. So suppose you have registered for two
Let's
regionals,
just talk.
Amritapuri. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got. I can see a comment. Like, do all the team members have to be CS members, like CS from CS branch?
No, no. The only restriction is they should be from the same college. It is not the criteria like any branch restriction is there. Yeah.
All
So
right.
I
And
was yeah.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I was saying like, oh, okay, now you formed a team and now you have registered from two regionals. Suppose you have registered from Kanpur and Amritapuri. So now you gave the online round. Online round is common for all the four regionals in India: Kanpur, Amritapuri, Kharagpur, and Gwalior, Pune. So after you give the online round, the respective on-site rounds will decide their selection criteria for the regionals, like how many slots will be there. There is a tentative slot written on their website, but they may change on a later run. So like after the online round happen and all the plagiarism detection and everything is over and the final rank list is out, then each regionals decide their own criteria how they will select the number of participants they will select, and on the basis of that, you can participate and go in at most two regionals. It's not like that if you qualified for both of the regions you will be only allowed to go for only one region. You can attempt and go for both the regionals. But yes, there is a restriction that if you are registered from one or more teams, then you can go along with only one team. It's not the case like you can participate in the regionals like parallelly with two teams. So this is the criteria, and then when you go for the on-site regionals, then after that regionals, this time only Asia West finals was included. Else, like the top participants were chosen for the world finals. So this is the whole structure. And yes, after your online round, you have to again register for each regional site. Like they have their own portal, and you have to go and like register or confirm your slot. Like you will be coming because like suppose 380 people are being selected for Amrita Puri side, and some of the teams dropped out. Like they thought like, okay, I will go for the other regions. I will not go for both the regions. So then the waitlisted student, like the waitlisting candidates or the teams will be like given the chance to come to the regional side.
All
Yeah.
right. So about the registration fees, like what is the registration fees for the online round? And is there any, by the way, firstly?
Yeah, there are registration fees for online and on-site both the rounds. So for like it totally depends on the regionals. Like they decide what will be the fees or like what will be the registration cost. So like suppose for the on-site round, some of them may take 3,500, some of them may take 4,000. So it totally depends on them and on the area, like on that particular area, what is the price they have decided. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And somebody just asked, can alumni of college participate in ICPC? Is that possible?
See, like if you're not in college, then it's not possible. Basically, what I read at the ICPC Baylor site was, if you have given for 5 different years, you can't give it again. And obviously,
All
like
right.
this is a
Okay.
you represent your college. So if you're not in the college, then obviously it's not possible.
So for all the alumni out there who are watching this video. Okay. All right. Uh, Obviously, we'll be talking about the benefits related to ICPC also. Okay, so this is the how the structure goes, right? And
Yeah,
like, what do you think? Like, as you told that there are two, like you can go for two regionals, right?
yeah,
Hello. Yeah. So,
yeah. Hello.
like that is up to that is your choice, right? Like either you
Yeah,
can
that
go
is.
for either you can go for two or you can go for one.
Yeah, it totally depends on you. Like if you want to go for both the regions, generally like people go for both the regions because like you may mess around in one of the regions so you can improve at the other. So it's a good chance also.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And people who are pursuing MTech, can they participate in ICPC?
Like I haven't seen anyone from the Amtech side giving ICPC, but as I read on the ICPC Baylor side, like if you are given for 5 different years, then you're not eligible. So there might be a case like if you are eligible or not. Yeah.
Okay. And can you tell us about the ranking structure of each and every site? As you mentioned, like for Amritapuri, it's 380 seats, I think.
Yeah.
So, firstly, how does that how is the selection criteria behind that? And again, what are the seats?
Okay, so like suppose you gave the online round, right? So there, like the rank list will be on the basis of like the whole in India how many teams have given, and on the basis of that your team ranking will be decided. And then basically the main idea behind the regionals is to involve as many colleges as possible, unique colleges in India. So what they do in the selection criteria is they keep a cap like maximum this amount of team can come from a college, like suppose they kept a cap, some of the regions kept a cap like, okay, 6 teams from a college can at max come at the regionals. So no matter if the seventh team from that college has ranked higher than any other team who is at the top of their college, so they will not be given the chance. And if any other team who is at the top of their college and satisfying the criteria, they will be given the chance to come to the regionals. So, like for example, you can take, suppose your rank is 113 out of all the participants in in the ICPC online round, and your college rank is eighth, and they have kept a cap of six. And any other participant whose rank is around 800 or 1000, and he is at the top of his college, so he will be given a chance despite you have scored a decent rank of 113, or a very good rank of 113, or anywhere around that.
Okay, all right. So that is taken into account as well.
Yeah,
Sure.
right.
All right. All right. And you told us that you started preparing for ICPC in the second year itself, right?
Like at the second year, we were not very serious because we just came to know about, okay, there's something like ICPC. So we were just like getting the exposure of the things, and obviously there were some seniors in our college who were already good at competitive programming by then. We have just started. So yeah, like you can say like the try or the attempt at least began from then, that time.
All right. So for example, if any beginner is watching this video, what would be your advice? Like when should that person be very serious about ICPC and when should he start preparing?
See, basically, for the ICPC, generally, if you see, ICPC type of contest is just like courtship lunchtime is there. Their ranking criteria, their scoring criteria, everything is just like lunchtime, which is a monthly short contest at courtship. So I would say like giving short contest helps a lot in these type of programming contests, because what happens is like usually people give long challenges, and in long challenges you have day or two to think over a problem, but when you are giving a short contest, then you have a restriction of time, so at that time you have to think
Yep.
fast and even coordinate in a team. So I would just say like form a team, and just practice as a team, like give some random contest, make your own mashups on code forces, and give them practice over them.
All right. And Rajat just asked, do we have to carry our own laptop for ICPC?
No, they have their own system, and like it's like each team is allotted their own system for the on-site round, and yeah, there you have to sit and get that, and there is no internet connection, as it is there in the online round, so you can like side by side view anything if you just want to see. But in the on-site round, there is no internet connection out there. You just have your PC and the questions out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think there is some kind of lag.
Okay.
Let me just check it out. All right. I think it's perfect now.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm so sorry. Actually, due to the lag, I could not hear. What were you saying about?
Yeah, so I was saying about this, like we don't have to carry our own laptops or anything. For each team, a system is allocated over there, and there is no internet connection, because in the online round there is an internet connection available to you, because obviously in the online round you are giving it remotely, so you have the facility to side by side search along for the things if you feel you are not like like some of the implementations if you are not very familiar with and you want to just see them, so you can easily see them. But in the on-site round, that is not the case, but they give a bit of advantage, like they have you can carry your own book around there, like book in the sense, they will say like, okay, you can keep up maximum to 60 pages, and this is the font size, and you in that 60 pages you can keep as many algorithms or as many content you want as a reference for you.
Okay, that is
Yeah.
nice. Okay, that is some relief from
Yeah.
the challenge which you are about to. All right, counter. Okay. Okay. So Anand just asked how much experience in competitive programming is required for ICPC. So, like, what is your take? How much, at least, this much experience you should have when going for ICPC?
See, it's just like I always say, like when you feel confident, okay, now you are performing decent or very good in the a monthly contest on code share code forces, and you are seeing like, okay, you are getting some good ranks, and your teammates with whom you are forming the team, they are also very strong over there. So I think so that is a nice time to give a shot at it.
All right. And let's talk about getting a team, right? Because I think that is one very important strategy for cracking ICPC, I think. So,
Yeah.
like, what was your criteria? How did you selected the team? Because from what I have seen, in colleges there are only two events when a good team is required. It's either planning for Goa trip, or secondly when you are about to crack a contest or something. So, what was your strategy behind that?
See, basically, when I started doing competitive programming in my second year, so I used to give contests. So I used to just filter out my college ranking over there, and just used to see, okay, who are the people from my college giving the contest, and like gradually, I got in touch with them, and we started talking and discussing and started discussing about all the contests which we are giving the questions in that. So gradually we got that feel, okay, and now we can form a team and let's see if we can go for ICPC. Basically,
All
generally
right.
I've seen like the topmost coders of each college, they form a team.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, in a team, maximum of three members can be there, and one member is considered as a standby. Like if in case any member has any reason and they can't come to the regions, so a standby member is there.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So there are actually many comments related to competitive programming. Like
Yeah.
what language should we use when it comes to competitive programming, and how should we prepare for it? So what is your take?
See, for competitive programming, I would say like start giving as many contests as you can. Like this is one thing which I lacked a lot at my time. Like I thought like, okay, I will practice this amount of question and then I will start giving the contest. But unfortunately, it was not a very good move to improve at it at a decent pace. So just start giving contest, and after giving each contest, just solve one problem above your level so that you can understand a new concept as well, and you can see your level improving like at a very high pace. Like I have read many of the
All right.
topmost competitive programmers, like how they have improved and what strategies they followed. So this was one of the major things which they always emphasized on up solving the problems after contest. So
All right. So
always
it's
do that and give
basically
as, yeah,
about pushing your boundaries, right?
exactly.
All right.
like
And
like
Shreya,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, please go on.
Yeah, so like whether it's placement preparation or whether it is competitive programming, it's always the case like you have to get out of your comfort zone and try newer problems and increase your level. Because if you keep on solving the same problems and of the same difficulty level, you won't able to like increase your problem solving.
That is pretty obvious for sure. But I think
Yeah,
still many people lack, many people still love to be in that comfort zone. They don't solve harder problems, and that's where the trouble is, I suppose.
exactly.
All right. Uh, okay. So Shreya has asked, can I continue using Java and competitive programming? I hope this is not a disadvantage.
No, no, it's not a disadvantage anytime. Like C++, Java, and Python, these are one of the most popular languages. Like C++ is basically 90% of the CP people, they use C++. But yeah, many of them use Java and Python as well. Like in my team only, like my ICPC team, I used to code in CPP. One of the person was there who used to code only in Java, and one was there he was flexible with Python and CPP both. So it's always an advantage also to have some diverse type of people who can code in different languages as well.
Great. All right. Moving on. So, like, what are your like if you have to hand out some tips as a
Yeah.
beginner about preparing for ICPC, what would be those?
See, as I said, like first of all, start off as early as possible, because I have seen like nowadays the craze for competitive programming has gone to, like at my time and in long challenges, if the strength would go like 10,000, then you would think like, okay, this time huge number of people have given the contest. But right now I see like around 25k, 30k people are giving long challenges. So obviously the craze has gone really high right now for competitive programming. So you have to start early a bit and yes, give lots and lots of contests. Start with long contests if you're not comfortable with short contests, but always keep in mind like short contests are the one which you will be facing it in contests like Kickstart or ICPC or Facebook Hacker Cup everywhere in Snackdown. So always keep in mind like short contests will not only help you like preparing for these contests, but it will always help you in improving your thinking ability in a constraint time constraint, because that is the main thing. So that is the thing. And for ICPC especially, because it is a team contest, so yes, coordination between the team is very important. I have seen like the three people who are there in the team individually, they are very strong, but as a team they mess it up totally. So always try to practice in team as well. Try to give some contest, some mock contest as a team, and just see where you are lacking and how can you improve on your coordination thing.
All right. So, like, how many question comes in contest like ICPC?
Okay, so in the first online round, like basically every year they vary. Like when I gave in my third year, so there were 5 problems. Last year there were 8 problems. So they keep on varying. But yes, you can expect anywhere around 5 to 8 problems on in the online round. And in the on-site round, there are also like they may also vary from 8 to 10 problems.
All right. And how does it go? Like, for example, there are 8 problems in my contest right now,
Yeah.
and you are 3 members. So one will be solving a problem, and the other guy will be solving some other problem, and then you guys just discuss it out and solve. Like, how exactly does it like goes?
Okay, so basically, it totally depends on the particular team strategy what they follow. I have seen many people solving the questions in rotation. In rotation itself, like one will read the problem, think of the solution, one will implement it. Till then, other person will think of some another problem, and he will devise it. And next time he will be implementing it, and some other people will be thinking on some another problem. So this is a rotation technique which many of the strong teams I have seen they follow. And yeah, there are many teams as well. Like they take up a problem, all of the three are thinking on the solution of it, and then one of them codes. And by the time one of the person is coding it or implementing it, then the other two are thinking on some other problem. And
All
like yeah, and whenever anyone has devised any the whole solution to it, so the other person will be there to think for the edge cases. Like he will think for some other some of the edge cases where he or like their solution can fail basically. So like
right.
it totally depends on the team, like what strategy they will follow.
All
Basically,
right.
what makes your coordination good enough to like in which you are in which you all are comfortable and you will be able to give your best, and that way you should follow basically. And this will be developed basically by giving lot of mock contest as a team. Then you will be
So
yeah.
surely. So team skill set is very critical when it comes to competitions like these. You can't be just alone handling all the problems for sure.
Yeah, right. It's very important.
Because all right. So and that's why you're suggesting that people should actually give a contest as a team previously only so that they can get they can get hands-on approach on how to solve problems when it comes to solving them as a team. All right.
Yeah, exactly. I am
All
emphasizing on these things because these are the things where we messed up a lot.
well, experiences do teach us, so
Yeah.
that's great. Uh, okay, let's see. There are many comments. All right, I don't know. This might seem a little absurd. Will the team get a chance to visit the team station before the contest? And if yes, how long before the contest?
See, generally the on-site contest is of 3 days. So one day is your arrival, and you will be given the accommodation and everything, whatever they have arranged. So on the second day, there is a practice contest of 3 hours. So at that time, you will be sitting on that PC only, in which you will be given the contest next day, the main contest, which is of 5 hours. So yes, one day prior to a contest, you can just like a mock contest is there so that you can just check your system whether everything is working properly and everything is going fine. So yeah, one day prior you can just check your workstation where you will be where your team is assigned basically.
Okay. And
Yeah.
let's suppose tomorrow is my ICPC, right? And
Yeah.
like I only have what about like for say let's say I only have about 12 hours, right?
Okay.
So what should I do in these 12 hours? What should be my preparation strategy? Should I revise notes, or like what exactly should I do?
Like in these type of contests, it totally depends like how many your previous efforts what you have put in last 12 hours. Just sleep properly so that your mind works fine over there. I would say that. Because
All right,
for
yeah,
the reference,
because
you have the cookbook with you where you have written everything for your reference. So it's just like you have to keep your head calm and think for the solution over there.
all right. So it's
Yeah.
basically yoga, I believe. Okay. Okay, so this might seem repetitive, but to which
Mhm.
extent do we have to study DSA to crack ACM ICPC?
See, for ACM-ICPC, you have to study like as many algorithms as you can, and not only algorithms are involved over there. Basically, I have seen on the on-site round and even on the online round, the differ questions which are there, they are mostly around the math side, like the number theory, computational geometry, game theory. So you have to cover these things as well, because for placement purpose, you don't require these topics to be covered. You only require data structure and the standard popular algorithms out there. But over here, you have to even study advanced algorithms like segment trees, tries, uh, and many other things out there. Yeah,
All right. So from very basic to very advanced, your fundamentals should be very clear, and you should have like a good knowledge of each and every algorithm.
exactly.
All right. All right. Okay. So let's moving on. Let's see how does ACM ICPC helps when it comes to cracking placements. Like,
Mhm. Yeah. So like ACM ICPC itself is a big tag, and if you write in your resume like you were the ICPC regionalist, so it catches the eye of the recruiter who is reviewing your resume, and it always gives you a greater advantage. Like myself, whenever I have given any interviews for any of the companies, so most of the people have asked me, okay, you went for ICPC regional, so they asked about my experience over there, and like yes, obviously your expectations for problem solving will go higher in your interviews if you have been to the ICPC regionals.
okay. So to all
Yeah,
the people who are actually looking to crack placements of big tech companies, ACM ICPC can be a booster for your strategy, right?
yeah, a strong booster, I would say.
All right. Okay. Uh, Especially like let's talk about off-campus placements a little bit. I think more
Okay.
than on-campus, it must help with the off-campus placements, right? What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because on campus, it's all like your training and placement cell is making you sit for it. Max to max, they have GPA criteria. Okay, if one is having below this GPA, they will not be allowed. Your resume is not taken also when you are registering for the companies on campus. Yes, for on off campus, obviously the pool of candidates are very large and there are strong candidates. So obviously things like you have been to ICPC regionals, you have secured good rank in contests like Kickstart, Hacker Cup, Google Code Jam, Snackdown. So these things always boost your resume a lot because it ensures the recruiter, okay, you have a good problem solving ability.
Obviously. All right. So it justifies basically what you are applying to, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So any books which you would refer for preparation of ICPC?
For ICPC, like I was suggested a book by one of my senior. Uh, that book name is Art of Programming Contest. So I think so. Like I haven't gone through it fully, but I have gone through it like partially, and I have studied bit of things about it and learned how to give contests. So that would be a great book to look at, I think.
All right. And which
Yeah.
editors are allowed for ICPC? Like, can we configure them before the contest starts?
No, they have their like IntelliJ and other like they have their own editors available on their system, and you can use only that one.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, let's see. We actually have a lot of queries. So All right. As for ICPC, we have to learn as many algorithms as possible, right?
Yeah, as many as
That is a
possible. Like
question.
exactly.
All right.
I would suggest one more thing. There is a Quora blog of Anudeep Nekanti. If one reads that, like he has written his whole journey. He was from a Tier 3 college and he went for ICPC World Finals. So, like many of people know him, Anudeep Nekanti. He's a great person. Like he's currently working in Google. So he has given a great guidance over there in his Quora blog. One can obviously go and read there.
All right. Perfect. Okay, so all the people who were looking for a inspiration, he can definitely help you.
Yeah, right.
Is there any? All right. Is there any syllabus or anything which we can follow so that we have a hands-on, a tracking material or something like that?
Like as such for these type of things, labels are not there because things can come up
Mm-hmm.
from any corner. But yes, you can search for like there are many GitHub accounts over there in which there are repositories are like depicting all the popular algorithms and the advanced algorithms out there which can be asked and the questions also like past questions are there and they have provide the solution as well. So there are many GitHub repositories you can go and check it out.
All right. About the dates and everything, I think you guys can check it out simply,
Yeah.
right? Can you please repeat the name of the blog?
Anudeep Nekanti, he has written his like whole experience in Quora.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's see the queries which we have
Yeah,
found through the Google form, right? Okay.
sure, sure.
Uh, okay. So again, this might seem repetitive, but how much daily time should you give for ACM ICPC during your college life? Any
Oh,
specific time period?
yeah, you can like I would say first of all, as an individual participant, increase your knowledge and give as many contests as possible so that you become individually strong at that thing. And yes, when the online round and the on-site rounds are coming, you form your team and like 6 to 7 months before you just start giving a mock contest as a team. That would really help you.
All right. Okay. How many teams from one college can participate? I
Yeah.
think,
So. Mhm.
yeah, you can go again. Yeah.
Yeah, so as I said, like it totally depends on year to year, like what maximum cap the particular regionals is keeping on the like maximum number of teams that can participate. So it's not fixed as such.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is a good question by Saket. Can I target ACM ICPC parallelly, and should I do that? Like, should I go for
Okay.
both the contest parallelly?
GSOC and ICPC, right?
Hmm.
Okay, okay. So like GSOC is more of related to open source contributions and on the development side, and ICPC is more of related to algorithmic side. And you can see really the competition out there is very high. It's not very easy. Like if you give like short amount of time and you're not like doing much of the practices, then you will be able to crack it. So yeah, yeah, like you can in your second or third year, you can just fully concentrate on the algorithmic side because that will help you in the placements as well. So that would not be any demerit. But yeah, you can try on the later strategies for the GSOC things and other things as well. And that's also a great like booster to your resume.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. So Shivam asked that what topics do I need to focus at, which I think you have already spoken about. He adds that I'm a 3-star coder at CodeChef, and I'm aware of the simple data structures except graph. Please answer, like, what are some topics which I should upskill myself?
Okay, so basically, if you see in the on-site round, like I would tell you my experience, the first two problems are generally very easy. From the third problem, the difficulty rises. That is the questions of DP or any greedy problem is asked. And uh, after that, I have seen like in the mid of the problems are mostly on math side, like the number theory or game theory or computational geometry. At my time, the fourth or the fifth problem at the onset time on the onset round was of computational geometry, something related to polygon. So you have to cover in such a way it's very vast, I know, but that's why people take years and years of practice to be good at it. So you have to cover a lot of things, but yes, like parallelly and gradually you will grow, and everything you will come to know just by giving contests. I'm like emphasizing it a lot, like to give contests, because that is the thing I have messed up. Like I started giving contests at a very later stage. So just give contest, solve the problems. That would do all your things.
All right. And any specific platform which you would like to suggest for solving those contests?
Okay, so CodeChef have their monthly long challenges and two short contests like cook-off and lunchtime. So these are very good to give. And Code Forces have their rounds, like in a week they have at least three rounds, like at most three rounds. So you can go
Okay.
and give them as well.
So there is no shortage of contests for sure, in case you are willing
No,
to. All right.
yeah,
Okay. Can we write templates in ICPC? Is it allowed?
yeah, sure. You can write your own templates.
All right. Okay. Let's see if you guys have any other queries. How can I solve fast? I can solve, but it takes too much time.
Yeah, so for that, whenever you're practicing the problems, always solve them in a time constraint. Like, don't give yourself much time to, okay, I have taken a problem and you keep on thinking on it and you take a day or two. Yeah, it's good when you're starting off with programming and when you are getting bit exposed to the algorithmic side of it and you're learning new algorithms and data structures. Then you can take time and devote your like, or you can take your thinking time for a day or two whenever you feel like exhausted. But later on, just try to whenever you are practicing problems, just try to solve them in a time constraint. Like, okay, by seeing the problem, you can analyze easily. Like, okay, I can solve it in 1 hour, and if I'm not able, okay, then I will just look up for the solution or the editorial.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah,
Nikhil, yes, any branch can apply for ICPC.
yeah.
Right. Guys, in case you have other queries, kindly bring them up. This would be the right time. All right. So, like, whether what was your biggest fear? Like, many people have this fear of giving contests. So,
Yeah,
any specific fear you have?
yeah, in the starting, I had a fear, okay, if my rating will go down, and if I'm not able to perform well, like in my and if in my college rank I'm down, so it will like lower my confidence. So these things were like keeping me apart from giving contests a lot. But yes, later on when I realized no, this way will not work, and I'm just going and living in my comfort zone, so I just try to give as many contests as possible.
So, see, basically, the thing is you have to start somewhere, and it comes with
Yeah.
practice. Each and every win comes with practice, I believe.
Yeah, in
Right.
the starting, like don't even worry about what is your rating, what is your rank coming. Just focus on solving as many problems in the contest as you can, and just see
Obviously,
like where. Yeah, that is the main
basically,
thing.
building skills should be the first strategy to do anything when it comes to coding,
Yeah,
and
right.
then you can go for
Exactly.
ranks and other contests and everything. Right.
Exactly.
All right. So Ananya has asked any competitive programming books or resources specifically for Java language.
See, as I said, like for competitive programming, language is just a way to implement the thing. So, like, don't worry much about what language I should choose and how should I learn competitive programming in that language, because competitive programming is more about your thinking ability and your implementing ability rather than just checking your knowledge of any particular programming language. So choose any language, and yes, C++, Java, and Python are the most popular one. And even yes, now I forgot to tell one more thing. On the on-site round, they have language restriction. Like only you can code in C++, Java, or Python.
Okay.
So,
All right.
like, yeah. So that is one
So
more
that
thing
is
to
that is
keep
only
in
for
mind.
the on-site. That is only for the on-site
Yeah,
one,
right.
right?
Yeah, right.
All right. And actually, yeah. So Rajat asked, can I make a team from other branches of my college? I think yes, you can. But can I
Yeah.
do it from another college? I don't think that's possible.
No, that's not possible because at the end you are representing your college as a
Own
team.
college.
Yeah.
All right. So your team definitely have to be from your college.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Exactly.
all right. As told before, Vaibhav, that I think the more important thing to practice is to go for contests and everything rather than focusing on languages.
Yeah, right.
All right. I think we have covered most of the questions. Let me just see the Google form once.
Yeah, sure.
All right. This is a question. What if my college is ranked last and our team is at the top position? Will I get admitted?
Yeah, it might be a case like if the slots are not filled fully by other teams who are at a higher rank than you and they are at the top of their college, then obviously you can get a chance. Like I've even seen people securing 2000 rank in online round and they are at the regionals because their main
Okay.
aim is to involve as many colleges as possible.
All right. Obviously, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we have covered most of the questions, Shashank. And I hope
Okay.
this is very insightful to the viewers as well. So I think this would be it, Shashank. Thanks for joining in.
Okay. Yeah.
In
Thanks a
case,
lot for having.
yeah, in case you have any other questions, you can definitely connect to Shashank. We have attached his LinkedIn profile in the description.
Yeah.
Once
Sure.
again, thanks, Shashank. Have a good day.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Siddharth. You too.
All right. So I hope this was an insightful session for all of you. And we are bringing many more webinars and workshops on Python, on DSA, on cracking interviews, cracking off-campus placements. So we would love to see in the comments if you have any specific topic for any for us. And I can still see some queries coming up. Again, in case you have any other queries, you can fill the Google form and we'll answer them later, I believe. Right. And if you have any other suggestions for us, please fill in the comments and let us know. Also, we have a competitive programming course, so you guys can check it out. The link has been provided in the description. So, best of luck and have a happy week, and we'll see you soon.